In this demo, we're going to create our own link extension method called MaxBy. So, if you watched the last module, you'll remember that we had this challenge to find the name of the longest book. And although we saw that there were a few ways we could solve this with the standard link extension methods, what we really wanted was a MaxBy method, so that we could call it a bit like this and say books.maxby and find the book with the maximum number of pages. So we could try to write this extension method ourselves, and you can see I've got an implementation here where the signature for MaxBy is that it takes an enumerable sequence of any type, and then it uses a selector function to select the value we'll be using to determine what the maximum element is. And as you can see from the implementation, things do get a little bit complicated as we need to get hold of the default comparer for our key, and also we need to handle the case where the input sequence has no elements. And you may be looking at this code and thinking, this seems like an awful lot of work just to clean up our link pipelines a bit, or to make them perform a little bit better. Well, the good news is that this MaxBy extension method already exists in a really great open source library called MoreLink, which actually contains a whole host of really useful link extension methods, and very often saves you the trouble of having to create methods like MaxBy yourself. And the code for the MoreLink projects can be found here at GitHub. Do bear in mind, by the way, if you go searching for this, that it previously lived for many years on the Google Code website, but it's moved to GitHub now. And the easiest way of making use of this library is with NuGet. So we can get rid of our custom MaxBy extension method, and let me show you how you can reference a NuGet package in LinkPad. And by the way, you will need to have one of the paid versions of LinkPad in order to use NuGet packages. What you do is you press F4, and then on this tab I can choose the NuGet package that I want, one that I've already downloaded, or I can search for it. And I can also choose to add the necessary using statement to my script. MoreLink defines all its extension methods in the MoreLink namespace, so you'll want to add that. And now we can take advantage of the ready-made MaxBy extension method from MoreLink. And when we run, we can see we've got exactly what we wanted. It returns the whole book object that has the maximum number of pages, and so we can get at its title. And there are many more useful extension methods in MoreLink, so it's well worth your time exploring what it has to offer. And I'll be showing you a few more methods from MoreLink as we progress through this module. So let's attempt a couple more link challenges now, and as we solve them, we'll be making use of more link extension methods.